And if so, that's going to help us now to begin to extend these methods and principles beyond the domain of software. As far as future research directions, we should try to generalize the results, first of all, based on the study population. For example, would these results apply to more mature projects? Would they apply to corporate-sponsored projects? We also think we should attempt to replicate this deviation from social network theory using other research methods. So let's look at it from a different perspective. Maybe do a case study, intensive field research to see if we're seeing the same kind of pattern that low closure leads to high success. Maybe we can find some missing conversational links that will shed some light on this. So we think some other methods might be appropriate there. And then regarding this idea of platform mediation, we certainly can begin to look at both current and potential applications. For example, software, of course, is already existing. It's likely that knowledge repositories like the Wikipedia probably use open source methods, and we can probably pretty easily show how the wiki platform mediates the Wikipedia activities. And we might be able to extend that idea even in the area of science, where you have situations like the Human Genome Project involved kind of the platform that contained the work product, the genome that was being, the genome data that was being analyzed by all the researchers. So in some respects, we think we're beginning to see platform mediation in some of these areas, but as is the case with any kind of radically new development, which we think this is. I mean, look how far it's deviated from all these accepted theories, how far it's deviated from team development, which is the way we develop things in today's society. If you want to create something in a group, you organize a team. So the fact that this is so fundamentally different, typically society takes some time to recognize these kind of very disruptive changes and new processes and new ideas. And I suspect we're at the very early stages of that we're just beginning to see the adaptation to it, and the areas that we think that this might go would be in innovation, for example, product designs, representing designs digitally and develop those jointly, further advances in science, and even in education. And we've certainly spent a lot of time, and Professor Lee and I are very interested in, for example, creating open source e-learning modules. To what extent could repositories of learning modules be created, either in general or maybe specific to certain cultural groups and so forth. So there's really a wide range of applications of this platform mediation idea. More specifically, I think we'd like to start with maybe a comparative study of something like Apache, which is an open source project, and Wikipedia. And maybe look at the platforms in both cases and say, well, what's similar and what's different? And I think that might begin to help us to get the outlines for this platform idea. What is the platform? And then what I think has a lot of potential is doing design research studies in which you would investigate different kind of platform designs and the effect that they have on the nature and the success of the community that emerges. Because really to this point, the kinds of platforms that have been developed have pretty much been done in an ad hoc way. It's kind of accidental that open source came about and even Wikipedia came about. And if we can recognize the importance of platform mediation, maybe now we can really begin to systematically study platform designs and see, all right, how do they affect the community that results in the success of it. So with that, I'll end the presentation and we'll open it for questions and discussion.
Very good. We'll hold on pause for at this point.
Say it before the end.
We'll see how
Hold
the
the pause. Say it
discussion
before the end.
I suggest we go around. I'm going to hold off till the very end. So is it Devin? Is it okay with you?
So can we go back to slide 24? So basically what you're saying here is that you think the platform, being the technology where all these people can put all their stuff in one place and have the technology be, enabling everything to end up in one spot and all work together nicely at the end. Because they've committed it to the right place and everybody follows the rules according to what they're supposed to get. Okay. Is it necessary or sufficient to just
For that to happen,
yeah?
I think it's necessary. So the question is, you know, you've seen the platform and how it's important for this activity to go on, but is it necessary or sufficient or both? And my answer is, I think it's necessary, but it's not sufficient.
What do you mean by platform? Is it the source repository, or is it the bug tracking software, or is it in physical terms, kind of describe the platform?
Right, I think I would describe the platform, and there'd be two aspects to it. One would be functionalities of the website. So when you go to the website, what can you do? Well, I can find a public forum. So part of the platform would be a public forum facility. Part of it would be the actual source code repository.
Because if it is a public forum platform, then if I use the public forum, that basically will increase your closure. In that case, you're not. The result will be contradictory. You will, in one aspect, you will encourage the platform usage. In another aspect, you will say no, don't discuss, because you're so.
Yeah, but again, it's not about volume, because we've controlled for volume. It's not how much discussion goes